EdPuzzle is a tool for teachers who want their students to watch a video and answer questions along with that video. There are lots of other uses for it, but for this video, I'm going to stick with that one purpose. If this is your first time to EdPuzzle, you just go to edpuzzle.com and you'll initially have to sign up. Make sure if you do sign up, you just use the sign in with Google button. Once you finish that, you come over to log in, and I'm a teacher, and I'm going to skip this and go right down to sign in with Google. On the interface here, you can see that there are already a bunch of videos in EdPuzzle that other teachers have used, and you can certainly check those out. I'll just show you the very basic features of this opening page. You can see there are a bunch of videos here. This one's about Google Sheets. I can see just from looking at it that the video is 4 minutes and 2 seconds long, and that other teachers have already added 17 questions into this video. You can use this video exactly as it is. You can just assign it to your students. You can take this video and edit it, so maybe you want to get rid of some questions, maybe you want to add some questions or change some that they've made. You have total control over what you do, even if you choose one of the pre-made videos. So that's a great feature, but for this video, I'm not going to show you all of that. I'm just going to show you how to start from scratch with a video that you've already found somewhere else. In this case, I'm actually going to go over to YouTube and find what you can obviously see is a critical piece of content for my students. So I have copied the URL for this YouTube video. So I'm going to go back to EdPuzzle, and EdPuzzle has made it very easy for you to use found videos. All you need to do is click into their search bar and paste that YouTube URL. And now, instead of actually searching, it's going to pull my video up exactly where I want it to be in this edit mode. You can see there are some options. I can cut various portions of the video. It's a fantastic feature that I'm going to show in a different video. You can voice over portions or over the entire video. Again, different video. For now, I'm going to skip to questions. And you can see I have the options to add multiple choice or open-ended questions, or I can add a note. You can watch the video from start to finish and simply pause it wherever you want to add a question. So in this case, let's see, right at the very beginning, I might want to pause and say, ask students about their prior experience with brownies or what they think this video is going to be about. But for now, I'm just going to pause the video to show you how to add questions, which is very simple. I can click on multiple choice. I can click on open-ended. Open-ended is a little more straightforward. Simply type in your question, click save. For the multiple choice, I'm going to go back and pause. For multiple choice, type in the question. The default is simply to offer 2 answer choices. You can add more here if you want. So what is her name? Bill, Sally, save. I have no idea what her name is. I've muted the video so that it's not too distracting while I'm recording. But this is what students will see. The video, when they go into the video, into your assignment, they'll play the video, they'll watch the first 6 seconds, and then the video will pause on the screen, and they will have to answer this question. Once they answer the question, they'll click continue. Since this is a multiple choice question, they'll be given immediate feedback as to what the correct answer is, and then they'll move forward. So I'm going to click continue, and it brings me back to the video. Again, you can see the video begins playing, and I can again pause it to add another question wherever I'd like to do that. If you already know where you want to add questions, you can skip ahead. So you can see I can just drag this little dot along, and when I get to the point where I know here's my question, now I can just click on the question and type in my questions and the answers. You can tell, I didn't mention this before, but this green check mark means that's the right answer, and the red X is where you put all your distractors or incorrect answers. You can also see that when you save questions, they save in the form of these teardrops. you'll see those teardrops not only in your own videos, but if you go into those pre-made videos, you'll see those teardrops scattered throughout the video, and that's obviously where previous teachers have added their own questions. When you're finished adding questions, I just have the one, but let's say I'm finished, I'll click on Finish. And now I see my full video. There's my one question that I want my students to answer. I can't imagine there ever being a time where that's what you would want, but just for the sake of getting to the next step, let's say that I finished. I can now assign, I can further edit, or I can duplicate or delete. I'm going to go straight to assign. And these are my options. I've already imported my classes into EdPuzzle. You can hook up your Google Classroom. So if I clicked on Add New Class here, it would show me all of the classes I'm teaching in Google Classroom, and I can bring in whichever ones I want. In this case, let's say I want to assign this to my 2 Tech class. This, to me, is a very important feature. I always leave this checked. I don't want students to be able to skip through the video. I want to make sure they watch from start to finish. You can decide about turning on closed captions. I definitely want this to post in Google Classroom. This will create an assignment in this Google Classroom, and then I just click Assign. Now my students will see in Google Classroom the posted assignment with a link to this video, with the question. They'll watch the video, and here I can actually see on a student-by-student basis exactly how far in the video they watched and which questions they've answered. I can also see how they're doing so far. So if they've answered 3 questions and gotten them all right, that will be reflected in this grade portion. If I have assigned open-ended questions, this is where I would come to also grade those open-answered questions. And then once I'm finished, the students will get their final grade. This may look a little bit confusing. These are the names of my generic students in this class, but your students' real names would appear here.